As obesity is an ever-growing global health problem, it has become more important than ever to try to understand what makes us overeat. Mood is clearly an important factor when it comes to our feeding behaviour, and particularly negative states, such as stress and anxiety, have been linked to changes in what and how much we eat. But one thing that has been neglected in obesity research is the impact of positive mood on feeding behaviour. It's often believed that negative mood makes us more likely to overeat and make unhealthier food choices, and therefore it is sometimes assumed that a positive mood might lead to healthier food choices, but this may not be the case. If we think about it, positive mood can be linked to food consumption in many ways. For example, culturally, many celebrations are often linked with consumption of large amounts of food. But the problem with mood is that it's very hard to study, as it's hard to induce and measure positive mood in humans in an experimental setting. So what we've been interested in achieving is using rats to model positive mood and then study their feeding behaviour. Obviously, the problem with using rats to study mood is that they can't exactly tell us how they're feeling. But what rats do is emit vocalizations. These are in the ultrasonics range, so are unable to be heard by humans, but by using specialized equipment, we can measure and record these sounds. There are two main types of these vocalizations, some that are at around 22 kHz in frequency and are emitted during negative events, such as fighting and exposure to predators. On the other hand, vocalizations that are at around 50 kHz are associated with positive experiences, such as during play or sex. Therefore, it is assumed that when rats emit these vocalizations at around 50 kHz, they are happy. So now that we can measure mood in a rat, how do we make it happy? Rats are very sociable animals and play with each other a lot. So what researchers have found is that by tickling rats, we can mimic their natural play behaviour. This tickling interaction leads to a large number of 50 kHz vocalizations being emitted, so we can assume that this induces a positive mood. So what we're aiming to do as part of Nudge It is to use this model of positive mood in rats to explore whether this can lead to any changes in the amount of food consumed or food choice.